Hey, my Pilates people, welcome to my channel, Connect and Move. My name is Jessica. Today I have for you a full body reformer session, no props needed. We will be doing some kneeling, so if you need a pad for that, go ahead and grab it. Otherwise, it is just your beautiful self and your reformer today. We are gonna be starting with 2 mediums and 2 light springs. So for my balanced body, the reason why I call these 2 medium springs, my red springs, is because I have a green spring, meaning that's my heaviest spring. I just had somebody ask a question about that the other day, and I thought that was a really good point to bring up because I know a lot of you have balanced body reformers, and the heaviest spring you have is your red, which is my medium, right? So if you have a balanced body, listen more to the colors that I'm calling rather than maybe the spring tension. So back to this, 2 mediums, 2 lights. I have 2 reds, a yellow and a blue on to start, okay? So as always, I want you to honor your body, okay? I'm gonna make adjustments as you need for your body and your equipment, and let's get started, all right. All right, so make sure that you are centered on your carriage here. Let's go all 10 toes on and in parallel. So before we even get to moving, I want you to think of just growing longer and taller through your body, through your spine, and also through your arms. So as the arms reach down and out, think of that chest rolling open a little bit more. Collarbones pulling apart, the tailbone settling down a little bit more, and you are equal into your toe pads. There's a little lift to your heels, not super high, not super low. On your next inhale, I want you to press the carriage out, and then exhale, drag it home. Inhale takes you out. Exhale pulls you home. Think of there being magnetic energy between your inner ankle bones. Come on, you getting on or are we getting off? What are we doing here? And that should hopefully help keep that balanced weight across your toes there. Let's do 3. Boo-boo. He hasn't seen me in a couple days. He's very needy. 2. Last one, hold it out here. I want you to lower the heels under the foot bar, pause. Actively flex your feet, but still keep the toes reaching up and over. And then lift the heels back up, bend your knees, come all the way home. Let's press it out again. You're gonna lower the heels, lift the heels, lower the heels again, pause again. Think of the top of the thighs lengthening, and so the top or the front of your hips can open. And now lift the heels, bend the knees, come all the way home. Press it out again. We're gonna lower and lift and lower and lift, lower again and lift, bend the knees, come all the way home, right? We're just gonna count up. We go out, we flex, we lift. We flex, we lift. We have 2 more. Flex and lift, right? Because that makes 4. Flex and lift, come all the way home. All right, we're going up to 7. We're doing it. Lower, lift, lower, 4, lower, 3, lower, 2, lower. Last one, come all the way home. That was 5, right? We have 2 more sets. Press it out. We flex and lift, flex and lift. That's 5. Flex, 4, lower, 3, go all the way under, y'all. 2, all the way under and lift. Last one, why not? Come all the way home. Last one here, 7. Sides of the neck long, y'all. Lower, top of the thighs long, lower. There's 6, lower. There's 5. Lower, 4, 3, long waist, long necks, 2. Last one, come all the way home. Awesome, let's slide up onto the arches, hip socket distance apart, pull down on the foot bar, press it out, and then drag it home. So just as much as the heels are going under, the toes are wrapping up and over. Remember to reconnect the arms if there was any tension that crept up there into your neck and shoulders. Let's do 3. Pull it home. 2. Pull it home. Last one. drag it all the way home. Awesome. Let's come up onto the heels. Wiggle the toes a little bit. Make sure they're pointing up to the ceiling and your feet are flexed. Go ahead and drive the carriage out and then resist back home. Drive it out, hold here. Make sure the weight is into the center of the heels. And once again, the top of the thighs are long. And then drag it home. All right, this is your time to set yourself up for the rest of class, to work on those little things that we all have. Let's do 3 and 2. Last one, bring the carriage in halfway. Everything else stays stable. Carriage, torso, hips, all the things. Bring your right leg up into tabletop and then lower it back down. Left leg comes up into tabletop and then back down. You still have that active reach out through the arms. Smooth like butter. So even though the weight is shifting from one side to the other, it doesn't look like there is. Like it doesn't look like we're shifting weight. We got 3. Forgive me, I'm focusing. And 2. Last one, hold that leg up there, whatever side you have here, right? So you're gonna press that carriage out an inch and in an inch. We're little pulses here. Whatever foot's on the foot bar, you keep it there. Right through the center of that heel, y'all. Weight still equal in your pelvis, your shoulders, your ribs. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Press it all the way out again. Why not? Bring it halfway in again. Other heel comes down. Smooth transition again. Other leg comes up into tabletop. Get yourself sorted. Little pulses out and in. Pulse out and in. Right through the center of that heel. I keep saying that because on my right side is like I just started to shift to the outside of my heel. I just couldn't go in. Sometimes saying it and hearing it helps, even if it has to be over and over again, right? Find your seat, find the back of your leg here. For 3, 2, 1, press it all the way out. Nice strong leg. Bring it in halfway. Both feet are down and then bring the carriage all the way home. Awesome work. Make sure your headrest is all the way down. We're gonna stay on the heels at that hip socket distance. Weight down into those arms, take a big breath in. On your exhale, tilt your pelvis back and find that little tailbone hover. So there might be like, I don't know, 1 to 3 inches between the mat and your tailbone. And just pause, let the chest just relax. Let the arms again weight into the mat and then melt back down. Let's do that again. Big breath in, exhale, pelvis rocks back. Find that hover. Is the weight still in the center of your heels? And then melt back down. Again, do not let your chest and shoulders move at all. And then back down. Again, pelvis tilts back. Find that hover and hold here. How still can you keep your arms and your shoulders and bring your pelvis up just 1 more inch? And then 1 more inch. And then 1 more inch. And then 1 more inch. And then another inch. And then hold here. Pubic bones should be higher than your 2 hip points. And your chest should feel pretty open right now. Hold here. Just hold it. Hold it. And now press the carriage out. And then drag it back in. Press the carriage out. And drag it back in. Nice focus into that shoulder girdle while the lower half is doing some work here. Let's do 3. And 2. Last one, bring the carriage all the way into the stopper. How still can you keep your pelvis and the carriage? Bring your right leg up into tabletop and then lower it back down. Find the foot bar. left leg comes up, and then back down. Hello, baby. Right leg. It's a great time to get on me. It's really, I can't think of a more perfect time for you to be on me. Thank you. Yep. For 3. He's telling me I'm not working hard enough. 2. Woo. Last one. Both feet down and then round down through your spine. Roll down, roll down. Awesome work. Okay. Let's come onto the toes now. Maybe if that's still hip socket distance apart, maybe like more somewhere between hip socket and shoulder width distance apart. Let's do that. All right, so again, weight into the arms, equal weight into the balls of your feet. Baby, you're on my microphone and they're not gonna be able to hear me. Okay, we're here. Arms are weighted down, big breath in. Exhale, pelvis tilts back. Roll your hips up to the top of your bridge today. Now keep your pubic bone driving up to the ceiling. Find your inner thigh connection. And now lift the heels and then lower the heels. Lift the heels and then lower the heels. You can always take your arms up to the sky. Take away a base of support. Now, lift your heels up high for me here. Can you drive your pubic bone up a little bit more? Now, do not let your pelvis drop down. Lower the heels down and then lift the heels up. Find that same intentional flex as you drive the heels down and then lift back up. It's a flex as they drive down and then a lift back up. Hi, boo-boo. Remember, chest is still soft. Tailbone's still kind of curling back or under for 3 and 2. And last one, lift the heels up high and then round down through your spine. Roll down, roll down, roll down. Awesome work. All right, let's go ahead and roll you up. And then now let's come to a medium and a light. So for balanced body, I have a red and a blue, red and a blue. Lie back down. Headrest can come back up if you prefer it up. All right, make sure you're not jammed up into the shoulder blocks, but you can still kind of feel them. And now take your hands into your short loops. Leave your feet on the foot bar to start. Wrap your fists around those handles and punch your fists up to the ceiling. So when you do that, your upper back should feel a little bit more open and your ribs, it should allow them to settle into the mat a little bit easier. All right, stabilize the spine and pelvis. Bring your left leg up into tabletop. Bring your right leg up to meet it. You are either in imprint or neutral. Pick one or the other, hold it. Lower the arms straight down into the mat. Now, when you're here, you should no longer feel the shoulder blocks. That's how long your arms are reaching down the mat. And then float the arms back up, still not feeling the shoulder blocks. Again, arms come down, reach, 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 and then back up. And I know I'm saying not feeling the shoulder blocks. Listen, you're just trying to get as light in them or that touch as you possibly can. Just trying to emphasize the reach. Lower the arms down. Now hold here. Turn the palms facing in towards your body. Soft bend to the elbows. Start to open the arms out wide, 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 and then hug the arms back in. So here I find it more challenging because they really want to creep up into the blocks and then pull them back in. So I'm using them as feedback. Arms get longer, 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 and then pull them back in. Now hold the arms here at your sides. If it's available, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Open the arms out, 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 and then pull them back in. Pause here. Right leg goes straight out. Hold it out there. Open the arms out and hug back in. One more time. Open, arms get longer, reach, 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 and then hug them back in. Switch legs. Left leg reaches long. Open, 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 and then hug back in. Open, 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 and then hug back in. Both legs, can they go out? Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug back in. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug back in. Last one. Exhale, hug everything back in. Bend the knees in, turn your palms facing down, float the arms up, lower the head down, reset if you need. That was a reset. Bring the knees back up into tabletop, arms lower down into the mat. Bend the elbows to 90. When they're here, think of sliding the elbows down the mat. Straighten the arms out, bend the elbows. Now, straighten your right leg out, hold it out there. Straighten the arms, bend the elbows. Option to lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. Bend. That was a bend. I mean, this is a bend. Straighten, bend. Straighten, 2 more. Straighten and bend. Awesome. Pause here with bent elbows, switch legs. Left leg again, reaches long. Straighten and bend. Think of those collarbones lifting up and also pulling apart. For 2, 1, bend the elbows. Option to take both legs out to your working angle. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Last one. Straighten, bend, bend everything back in. Arms come up. I hope you felt your stomach on that one. All right, let's go ahead and roll you up. We're gonna turn around. Before we turn around, I want you to place your lightest spring on. So I'm gonna take my blue spring and I'm gonna place my yellow spring on. So that is the lightest spring I have. That leaves me with a medium and a light. Medium and a light, red and a yellow. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna sit crisscross applesauce. Now, uncross, recross your legs because you probably went to your favorite, most comfortable position. So I want you to go to the one that you normally don't go to. All right. So, and if this position doesn't work for you, you can always have your legs straight through the shoulder blocks. So let's start with our hands choked up onto the ropes here. I'm gonna sit up tall. In fact, I'm gonna kind of wiggle my hips around and I'm just gonna find equal weight down through my hips. Crown of the head's gonna be up to the ceiling. I'm gonna let those shoulders just kind of relax away from my ears. I'm gonna keep this tall posture and then row the elbows in narrow. So my palms are facing in towards one another and I wanna pause here. I'm gonna think of the elbows pinning in towards my midline so my chest can be a little bit more open. And then let the arms go straight. Low row in. And then arms come back out. So it's not just a kind of spiraling of the elbows in, it's also they're reaching down to the floor as well. Yep, all while keeping your tall posture. Buddha, are you helping me here? You're kind of, my left elbow can't quite go back as far. He doesn't care. Let's do 3. And 2. Really think like elbows pulling past the body, past the body. Let's do 1 more. And then hold here, all right? Make sure you can turn your head from right to left, elbows reach down, sternum lifts up. Now I want you to kind of pulse the elbows into your body and then back out. Pulse it in and back out. And it's kind of crazy because like you think they're hugging in, but it's like, oh no, I can definitely still go in another inch. Elbows hug in and back out. Elbows hug in and out. And what I'm hoping you're finding is, again, more of that armpit muscle, side body, lat connection here. Let's do 5 and 4, tiny but mighty. 3 and 2 and 1. Awesome, let the arms go straight. All right, take your hands into the short loops. Remember, you can always adjust, okay? So now we're gonna do kind of like a wide-ish chest expansion. Again, sitting up tall, my palms are facing back behind me. I'm gonna press the arms down and then back and hold here. Once again, I am growing taller, but my arms are reaching now kind of away from my body, and then arms go forward. Again, arms press kind of down and back. So it's just like a wide chest expansion. Let's do 3 and still see if you can kind of tap into those same muscles we did for the low row. Last one here. Bring the arms forward, turn the palms facing up to the sky, okay? Again, try not to let your body shift forward or back. Keep the tall posture. And now bicep curl, hands come to the shoulders, and then slowly release. The higher your elbows, the harder this is gonna be. I'm gonna do an exhale on my curl. I find that that's helping to stabilize my spine a little bit better. And just like we did with the low row, think elbows hugging in, like you've got a magic circle between them. Let's do 3. Nice stable upper back. And 2. And last one, let the arms go straight. Turn the palms facing back again. We're just gonna combo these 2 moves. So I want you to press back, find that broad chest here. Arms come forward, turn the palms facing up, bicep curl, back out, open the arms, press back. Now, just because we might be moving a little bit faster and just like alternating this arm motion doesn't mean we need to rush, and it doesn't mean we can get sloppy, right? Still keep this really buttoned up. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a little bit of shoulder work here, maybe some back of the arms. Just seems like my whole shoulder girdle area is just starting to fatigue a little bit. Let's do 3. Sides of the neck are nice and long. 2. And on this last one, I want you to press the arms down and back and pause. Could you get the arms straighter, but also longer? There it is. Now turn your head to the right. Turn your head to the left. Turn your head back to the right again. Turn your head over to the left. And then back to center, and then slowly release the arms. All right, so now I want you to keep the same leg position that you have. Make sure you've got, a little bit of space behind your booty here. We're gonna do these half rollbacks with legs in the cross-legged position. If you have them between the shoulder blocks, no worries. So I want you to bring your fists together, okay? Row them into your sternum, right? So upper back feels kind of rounded a little bit. And now roll yourself back. Think pelvis away from your thighs. And then pause here. Again, make sure you can turn your head from right to left. Keep your fists together. And now slide them away from your chest and then pull them back in. Inhale as they go away. And then exhale, pull them in. And even though this feels like a lot of upper body work, there's a lot of abdominal work here. So use the heavy spring to find this kind of deep scooping of the abdominals. This one's kind of like a hug and a bicep curl had a baby. I think it feels so good on my upper back, to be honest. As those fists come in, elbows feel like they're reaching forward. Let's do 3 and 2, pubic bone to navel. Last one, arms go forward and then roll yourself up. Awesome work. Hang up your straps. If your legs are through the shoulder blocks, let the knees bend here. And I want everybody to lean forward. Take your hands either onto the frame, the blocks, wherever, and just lean forward. And let your head hang heavy. And now I want you to kind of rock back and forth. So shift your body weight from right and to left. From right and to left. Hopefully getting a stretch somewhere. Let's just do 2 and 1. And then back to center and then carefully come all the way up. Awesome work. Okay, so I'm now gonna take my medium spring off. Okay, my medium spring is gonna come off. I'm on 1 yellow. So for everybody, it is your lightest spring. And just know, you don't even have to use a spring for this, okay? Because I think it's a really tough one. I kind of avoid these. So, here we are. Okay, I am gonna sit back a little bit so there's like a palm's distance behind my booty and the edge of the mat. My straps are to my right so I can face you for the first one. Now, those of you who are on the floor, your reformer is close to the floor, you guys have an advantage here. You can almost kind of rest your feet on the floor. For everybody else, our feet are gonna have to be hovering. So let's everybody bring your feet up, either like on the frame, on the carriage here, maybe you're on the floor. And then I'm gonna hold on to my shins and I'm gonna roll myself back. I'm gonna find that deep, like pelvic tilt, pelvic curl, kind of like how we found there. And I'm just gonna hold here for a second. My inner thighs are hugging together. And now I want you to reach the arms forward, all right? And now try to get really light in your feet. They may still be touching, that's okay. Straighten your right leg out in front of you and then place it back down. Straighten your left leg out in front of you and then place it back down. It's okay if the knees come apart, that's fine. I'm just trying to keep mine together. I'm tight, it gives me a nice stretch back here. And then down. One more time each side. Last one. And then back down, grab onto your shins and just roll yourself up. So just a little bit of a teaser work there. Okay, so now we're gonna add in some resistance, right? So I want you to roll yourself back. I'm holding onto the back of my legs here. I'm gonna lift my shins up. I'm gonna find balance. I'm gonna hold here. Some of you might be able to go straight legs for this. I am not one of those people, okay? From here, I'm gonna reach onto my forward strap, okay? All right, I'm gonna find tension. My arms are kind of out to the side like I'm gonna hug a moon because that's what I'm gonna try and do. I'm already shaking. Can I bring my hands together? Maybe. And then open the arms out. It's a very light spring, control the carriage. Can I bring my fingertips together and then open them back out? So no matter where you're at right now, I just want you to focus on holding the shape that you have while the arms are moving, right? Stomach is on fire. 2. Last one. Open the arms, lower the feet down, take a quick moment. All right, we're gonna attempt something else here. In fact, let me just run through this. All right, we're gonna do one more thing here. I like this one a little bit better because I can hold on to my leg. You do not have to, right? But it is an option. So I'm gonna take the strap into my left hand now. My right hand is gonna go behind my right thigh. I'm going to lean back. I'm gonna float my legs up into my teaser position, okay? So I'm going to pull that strap across my body and I'm gonna try to straighten my arm out. All the while, my leg is pushing into my hand. So it's like a draw sword, only I'm just now, doing it in a little bit of a teaser. And I can feel myself getting a little too confident, maybe moving a little too fast because I'm kind of losing my stability here. I'm still trying to stay tall even though I'm rounded. Let's do 3, but my upper abdominals are on fire right now. And 2, and the last one, cross the body, lower the feet down, and let's do the other side. Oh, we have another side. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, let's turn you around. We don't have to do that prep. We already did it. So I've got palms distance behind my booty and the edge there. All right, I'm gonna take my left hand into my long loop. I'm gonna lean back. I'm gonna try to find balance. Both arms are up now. Can I hug my hands together and then bring them back? Ooh, this side's way harder. And listen, you can always take your hand behind one of your legs here, no worries. And just work this resistance coming from one side, but trying to stay square. Let's do 3 and 2. Last one. Awesome, arm comes down, feet come down, take a quick reset. All right. So know the closer you are to your foot bar, the harder all of this is gonna be. Obviously, the heavier the spring tension, okay? So now, feet come up, roll yourself back a little bit. I've got my right hand into my long loop this time. Left hand behind my left thigh, if that's what you choose. Legs come up to your teaser position, squeeze your inner thighs together. Elbow goes out, I'm gonna punch out. Now, all of that lovely work that we just did, right? Trying to keep the neckline long, connecting to our armpits, right? Make sure you're keeping with that. There's a lot of variables at play right now. We don't want to be going into our neck. Can we keep those knees level also? So many things. Buddha, I don't think you're helping here either. I think you're adding more resistance. Maybe, I don't know. Keep pulling those low ribs back away from your thighs. Let's do 2. Hang in there, y'all. Last one. Finish strong, go ahead and cross the body, lower the feet down. Awesome work, y'all. That was good, that was tough. All right, so we're gonna stay on the same spring that we're on. We're gonna come kneeling, feet up against the shoulder blocks. All right, and we're gonna open up the front of these hips. So I want you to take your right short strap into your right hand. Right short strap, right hand. I think I'm getting that right. All right, so I want you to come up to an active kneeling position here. I'm gonna do whatever I want with my left hand, doesn't matter. My right palm is gonna be facing up to the ceiling, okay? So I'm gonna drop my tailbone down. All right, pubic bone is forward. Should be getting a nice opening in the front of my thighs, well deserved and needed. All right, I'm gonna reach my right arm forward. Try to keep your right palm facing up to the ceiling as much as you can, and then bend the elbow back in and then sit the hips back to this low hover. I'm gonna reach my arm forward, so it's like a single arm serve a tray, and then bend the elbow back in. Again, reach it forward, give that booty a little squeeze at the top, and then bring it back in. And back in. Again, try to keep that palm facing up to the ceiling and control the carriage. You got it. Last one here. And reach it forward. All right, go ahead and sit the hips back. Now I want you to turn the palm facing more down to the floor and make a fist with that right hand, okay? As we come up this time, I want you to punch forward, but add just a little bit of a cross. Obviously the rope might hit you. And then square your body off, sit the hips back. We punch across, little reach across, and then back. All the while we're trying to keep these hips square. So it's just the upper body that's adding in just a little bit of a twist. Pull back through the ribs. Find those inner thighs. We have 3. And 2, my right like shin, calf is on fire. Last one, now reach that right arm forward. As it reaches forward, can you reach your left hand back towards your heel a little bit? Maybe just finding a little bit of a back bend, and then square your body off. Sit the hips back, arm comes back. 2 more of those. Punch the arm forward. Keep reaching forward, left hand reaches back a little bit. Look down at that left hand and then square the body off, sit the hips back. Ooh, that feels so good. Reach forward into that strap, look back, reach back, and then sit the hips back. Awesome work. Okay, other side. So we're gonna start with that kind of one arm serve a tray. Let's go ahead and start up. Think like you've got a ball between your knees, so there's energy there. Reach the left arm forward, and then we sit the hips back. Palm stays facing up. So for these first few with this serve a tray, your back is trying to stay relatively flat. So it's just a hinge at the hip. And I like to start, especially if I'm doing unilateral, your first few reps, start them small. Like take it easy. And then you can decide to make your range bigger. You can start to pick up the pace because every side is different, right? Energy back through those heels. All right. Let's do 3. And we're giving that booty a little squeeze at the top. Last one. All right, now we turn the palm facing down, make a fist with your hand, and now we punch forward and add a little bit of a cross, and then back. Little bit of a cross. There's the shoulder. I was like, how come I'm not feeling it? There it is. There it is. Booty sits back, ribs stay in. So now we're adding in just that little bit of a twist. Little bit of a twist. This transfer, this punch transfer is coming all the way from your seat, all the way from your feet. 2 more. Hang in there. Strong wrist. Last one. Now keep reaching forward. Right hand comes back. Keep reaching forward out through the left hand. Square your body off. Sit the hips back. Again, we punch across. Keep driving your right hip forward as you reach back. Again, last one. Punch forward, reach back, look back. Come all the way back to center. Awesome work. Sit the hips back. Fabulous. All right, so let's switch it to 1 medium spring. 1 medium spring, that's 1 red for me. So I'm gonna hook my right foot around. I'm gonna come Z-sit facing you. So my right shin's up against the shoulder box. I'm not sure if I said that. Left hand onto your foot bar. Right arm goes out to the side. Again, I'm gonna think of lifting up tall. Press the carriage out, lift up and over, up and over. And then when you can't go any further, I want you to spiral your upper body towards the floor. Take both hands on, separate your hands wide. I'm gonna pull with my right, push with my left. I'm gonna keep my head dropping down and start to round through the ribs as I pull the carriage in. And then once I come in, my head just kind of naturally lifts up, stacks up. Maybe I find like a little baby back bend here. And then my head is just gonna nod and I'm gonna roll myself out. Like I'm wringing out a wet towel. When you're ready, you kind of round, drop that back hip down. Head picks up at the top. Broad chest, open heart, proud chest. And then head drops. Round, pull back through the ribs, pull back through the ribs, up and over. Last one here. Round, drop that back hip down. Roll up, roll up, roll up. Oh, that's a fabulous stretch. Other side. Nice work today, y'all. Nice work. All right, back foot hooks around. Right hand on, it's either in line with your body or in front of your body, okay? Very important. Left arm out to the side. We press the carriage out. Arm comes up and over, up and over. Take your time with this side bend, up and over. Oh, there goes a pop. Spiral your body towards the well. Separate the hands. I'm now pushing with my right, pulling with my left. Let the head drop if that feels good. And start to slink the body in. Slink in, slink in, slink in. Head's last thing to come up. So I didn't mention it on the other side. Keep moving. Is let your body weight shift like from right to left, forward and back. I mean, I find a really good stretch on both. Like if I shift my weight towards my left side, my left armpit, left lat gets such a much needed stretch. But I kind of get a same, like a stretch down my left low back if I go to the right. So let yourself kind of like ping pong from right to left. Go where you need to go. If it feels good, of course, right? Take it easy. I say take it easy because I think sometimes we're like, oh, we want to really push for the stretch. I mean, Buddha, you're something. I'm going to try to come up one last time because I know you guys are ahead of me. I've been talking. Buddha, really? Or maybe I'll just stay right here. I appreciate all of you. I hope you enjoyed this session. And as always, let me know what you thought, what you felt in the comments, and I hope to see you again. Nice work today, y'all.